Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and Mr. Secretary, thank you for being with us today, and congratulations. I think you've taken on what I believe is the most difficult job, challenging job in the Cabinet, and we all wish you well. Our mission and your mission, I think, are united in making sure that the homeland is protected. I also want to thank you for accepting our invitation to come down to the border. Less than a month after you were confirmed and sworn in, you came to my district, which is the most porous, unfortunately, the most porous area of the border, where we have 13% of the border, but at 47% of the pounds of drugs seized in this country. And I know that the people I represent appreciated the opportunity to talk with you. As you well know from our time we spent together, my most important priority is border security. I still have people who are unsafe on their land every single day. I still have the drugs coming in, and the illegal immigration is, while getting lower, still a major problem. But my responsibility, Mr. Secretary, as you know, is to make sure that we have the resources we need, along with my colleagues, to get the job done, to ensure the safety and security of people who live and work near the border. And this includes steps, of course, to support our agents, our Border Patrol agents in particular, and of course our Customs agents, that they have the resources they need to get their job done effectively. In January, Mr. Secretary, you issued a department-wide memo calling on all components to conduct a position-by-position review of the use of administratively uncontrollable overtime, or AUO. And if it is found that the position uses AUO on a regular basis, as a regular part of the shift duty, that position will no longer be eligible to receive AUO. For Border Patrol agents, this policy shift threatens to reduce the number of agents or time on the border by as much as 20%. And I believe this will undermine the progress we've made in securing our border, with still work to be done. It would also hit our Border Patrol agents and their families very hard because they would face a loss of pay due to the loss of hours, in some cases up to 20% pay cut. We've heard in this committee before from reports that morale in the Federal agencies is measured, and unfortunately, Department of Homeland Security morale is amongst the lowest, and within the Department, CBP is the lowest. I'm concerned that this adjustment or this change will further exacerbate the morale problem. When we toured the border, we heard very real concerns about those who live and work near the border, about the importance of ensuring safety and security 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. I believe now is the time to strengthen our position and our efforts, not weaken them, as I believe this change in payment will do. So I'd like to focus my questions, Mr. Secretary, on this issue. First of all, how do you believe that the policy is in the best interest of our security? And should the Department and CBP decide to limit or eliminate overtime for our Border Patrol agents, what plans does it have in place to ensure that there are not gaps in Border Patrol shifts on our U.S. borders? And let me ask a second question, and if you could answer both. There are efforts underway, Mr. Secretary, as you probably know, to reform agent pay in the AUO system. Specifically, there's a bill that was introduced by Mr. Chaffetz, which I'm a co-sponsor, to reform the pay system in a way that preserves security efforts and saves taxpayer money. I assume you're aware of these, and if it is the case you are aware, why would we change the AUO system when this reform is underway?
First, Congressman, thank you for spending the day with me in Arizona and introducing me to a number of State and local officials there. I appreciated the time. With regard to AUO, as you know, we have from the Office of Special Counsel allegations, findings, however you characterize it, of widespread abuse of uncontrollable overtime. The review of that is pending right now within the Department. I look forward to the results. In the interim, what was brought to us was 3 discrete classes of people who were eligible for AUO that we could not continue to justify paying out AUO in that manner, given the allegations of widespread abuse. And it's 3 very, very discrete classes of people that total, I think, 900 people across the Department of 250,000 people, just 900 people. The suspension, and I want to emphasize this to you and to the workforce, does not affect Border Patrol agents on the front lines, and people are still eligible for overtime if they earn it and they are entitled to it. They just, for those discrete number of people, they have to go through a different method to get it. But I am fully supportive of paying somebody overtime when it's necessary and when they earn it.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. I yield back.
And on the bill, I'm happy to
the,
review the bill.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. The bill you referred to, I'm happy to review the bill.